Restrictions on the functions of adjectives. Adjectives restricted to noun phrases. Adjectives in the following meaning categories occur only in noun phrases. Degree, such as absolute, complete, mere, perfect, proper, pure, real, share, true, utter, veritable. For example, it was pure nonsense. You cannot say the nonsense was pure. This is sheer heaven. Temporal ordering, such as former, later, present, future, old, early, late. For example, in 1816, he married Charlotte, daughter of the future George VI of England, and lived in England after her death in 1817. The only permanent display is the late actor William Holden's collection of Asian and African art. Restrictive adjectives such as certain, chief, man, major, only, particular, principal, sole, vary. The main reason for being in business at all is profit, and that's what you ought to be judging. He pushed major works on logic and political theory. Adjectives restricted to copular complement. Some adjectives can be used only as a complement to copular verbs and not attributively. The majority of these are adjectives with the prefix a and include ablaze, afloat, alive, asleep, awake, awash. For example, the building was ablaze and we were trapped. You cannot say it was an ablaze building. I was asleep in bed when she came to tell me. Other adjectives that usually occur predicatively as well. And ill, referring to states of health. For example, his younger brother was ill. Another example is, you are looking well, and you are. Very rarely, well and ill may occur attributively with non-specific nouns such as man, woman, child, patient, etc. And health may occur with ill. Dad hadn't been a well man for years. Whatever feelings a wife may have, she must not add to her ill husband's problems. Two critically ill patients were admitted by the hospital late last night. He retired because of ill health. Adjectives with similar meanings can be substituted in the attributive function for some of the predicative only adjectives. For example, live can substitute for alive. Live can substitute for alive. Lone can substitute for alone. Sick can substitute for ill and unwell. Sleeping can substitute for asleep. For example, it's better for digestion if the yogurts are made with live cultures. You cannot say alive cultures. You cannot say alive cultures. You have to say with live cultures. Here using alive is wrong. It's very much a book for the lone traveler. You cannot say it's very much a book for the alone traveler. Her sick child keeps stopping her from working. You cannot say her ill child keeps stopping her. Proverb: let sleeping dogs lie. You cannot say let asleep dogs lie. Different attributive and predicative meanings. Some of the adjectives used attributively in 240 attributively have a different meaning when used in the predicative function. For example, it's share, chaos. Intensifier meaning attributive only. Care is indeed on some of the stretches of path because the cliff are sheer. Very steep, that means very steep, vertical, may be used attributively or as here predicatively. The late actor William Holden, deceased, dead attributively only. The train was late again. That means behind schedule may be used attributively or as here predicatively. Of course, there is going to be a certain amount of risk involved. But you have got to trust me on this. Particular but not specified attributive only. I am not absolutely certain, but I think it's very unlikely. Sure, definite, normally predicative only. Complex attributive adjective phrases. When degree modifiers are used in attributive adjective phrases, their position varies. Different degree modifiers require different positions for the adjective phrases in relation to the indefinite article. Positions of indefinite article and degree modifiers. Example: a very tall man. A fairly tall man. a moderately tall man, an extremely tall man. Typical position, indefinite article plus intensifier plus adjective. Quite a tall man. Quite and rather are special cases. Quite a tall man, a quite tall man. For quite. Most frequent possession intensifier plus indefinite article plus adjective. Less frequent possession indefinite article plus intensifier plus adjective. A rather tall man, rather a tall man. For rather. Most frequent possession indefinite article plus intensifier plus adjective. Less frequent possession intensifier plus indefinite article plus adjective. As tall a man as him. So tall a man as him. As plus adjective plus indefinite article plus noun plus complement. So plus adjective plus indefinite article plus noun plus complement. A man as tall as him. A man so tall as him. Indefinite article plus noun plus as plus adjective plus complement. Less frequently in writing, but more frequent in informal speech. A man this tall, a man that tall. Indefinite article plus noun plus this plus adjective. Indefinite article plus noun plus that plus adjective. This tall a man. That tall a man. This plus adjective plus indefinite article plus noun less frequent. That plus adjective plus indefinite article plus noun less frequent. How tall a man is? I don't know how tall a man he is. How plus adjective plus indefinite article plus noun. We kept in touch for quite a long time. He seemed a rather childish, impetuous fellow. But this is not as big a problem as it might first appear. He was willing enough, but my sister was good and virtuous and hated his brother with a hatred as strong as mine. It's not that big a place.